My name is Sam Dolezal. I'm the Wellbeing Officer here at Union Bank and Trust. And today we're going to talk about what's known as SMART planning. If you've ever heard of SMART goals, it's a very similar structure. We use this to help you make healthier choices today for a better life tomorrow. And realistically, this goes through the same specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound functions. This can be applied to a whole host of arenas, such as financial wellness, physical wellness, emotional well-being, social well-being, and anything and everything else in between. So before we get started, we are going to focus specifically today on physical wellness along with financial wellness. Let's start by digging into a physical wellness SMART goal. Again, we're talking SMART planning, so it may be a little bit different than what you're used to, where you've maybe done a SMART goal in the past. SMART planning is realistically walking through those day-to-day activities that can help you reach that goal, but setting that structure and foundation up. So again, we're gonna start with physical wellness. For many of us, our goal is to attend the gym more often, but that can be pretty vague. So let's walk through SMART in terms of let's plan to go to the gym. So S is specific. What are the specifics about going to the gym in terms of where are you gonna go? When are you gonna go? How long are you going to be there? Really those specifics that you can set up so you know as you walk into your Monday and the goal is to go to the gym, what are you doing? Let's move on. M, measurable. I want to go to the gym. Do you want to go once a week? Do you want to go twice a week? Every day? For how long? Again, very similar to that specific piece, but setting that up, right? Again, measurable can also be those goals in terms of I want to be there for 30 minutes, or I want to reach X goal. I want to be able to run a marathon, or I want to be able to run a mile. Where are you trying to go? Again, just going to the gym may be pretty loose. Let's keep moving on though. A, attainable. If going to the gym is your goal, but you haven't gone in over a year, maybe going every day is a pretty heavy lift, figuratively and literally. But knowing, okay, going every Monday for a few weeks, then going every Monday and Wednesday. Again, that's more attainable than realistically saying, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm going to go every day. And then by Friday, you're like, whoa, I've been in the gym a lot. I don't necessarily know if I can keep this up. All right, last two letters. R, again, realistic. Is this realistic for you? Can you really do this? Is it something you want to do? Or is it something that, hey, my sister-in-law, my dad, my friends down the street, they're all doing, so I feel like I need to do this. Is going to the gym a fit for you? Or is going to the pool? Is going for a walk? What is gonna be the fit for you? And then finally, time-bound. And that looks different for everybody as well. What time are you gonna go? How long are you going to be there? Again, when we think about SMART goals, we set all of these things up, and that's where we want to get. The SMART planning helps you build that foundation so you can get to that goal. But knowing these can all change. So this week you may have this SMART plan, and then moving into next week, it could look a little bit different. That's a physical wellness example. Let's talk about a financial wellness example. You want to save money to be able to buy a new vehicle. Let's walk through that SMART again. So S, specific. Do you know what kind of car you want? Do you know how much money it will cost? Do you know what your down payment could look like? Again, being specific, how much do I need to save? How much do I need to save each month? When do I want to buy this car? Kind of creating those parameters so you know what you're working within. M, measurable. Your car right now, can it last you another year? Or is it really on its last legs? Again, setting that kind of time parameters as they kind of tie into each other, but knowing, okay, realistically, what can I do here and how can I work within it? A, attainable. You want to buy a $30,000 car and you say, hey, I'm going to save all of that in the next month. Is that realistic for you? Can that something you can actually do? Is it something you want to do? Again, it looks different for everybody, but knowing, okay, I want to set myself up to reach that SMART goal. Again, buying that vehicle, that planning is helping you get there. R, the realistic. Okay, can I do this? Do I want to do this? And then T is time bound. In what parameter do you want to do this? Do you want that new car in 18 months or in 8? Again, how much money do you want to save? How much time do you actually have? Again, that planning helps you create the foundation to help you get to that SMART goal. But again, we don't want it to be so vague that you feel like you have no direction. So that planning really creates kind of the rails to help you then stay within so you get to where you want to go. Now that we've laid the foundation of smart planning, let's talk about a few other key factors that we need to keep in mind to, again, help you reach that ultimate goal while working through that smart plan that you just created. For simplicity's sake, we're still going to talk through the physical wellness and the financial wellness examples that we started with earlier. But again, this can be applied to any arena that you wish to take it to. So, first key factor that we're going to talk about today is consistency. When I talk about consistency, it's usually one of my top priorities, which is why it's the first one today. But it's king when we talk about smart planning, reaching those goals, ultimately getting us to where we want to go. So let's start with physical wellness and where consistency can be applied. Again, going to the gym once a week, once a month may not be enough to help you reach your goal. So how can we create more consistency, again, within that smart plan of what you want to do to get to where you want to go? First one is schedule. Whether it's putting it on the calendar, having that conversation with your accountability partner, a spouse or a friend, so that you know it's there, whether it be signing up for the class ahead of time, whatever may work for you, just having it there so you can go from point A to point B to your workout and it's already built in. It's pretty easy to kind of put it on the back burner and then notice, hey, it's 9 o'clock at night and I haven't done my workout or I haven't gone to the gym yet. And we just say, oh, well, we'll get to it tomorrow. Again, we created that smart plan and we want to get to this goal, so creating consistency can really help us get there. That's recommendation number one. Recommendation number two is plan, right? Whether it's packing the bag, having the shoes in your car, whatever it may be, so that there isn't necessarily a reason why to not work out. So to kind of walk you through what that looks like for me personally, I always have an empty water bottle and a snack. That way I can't say, oh, well, you don't work out on an empty stomach, or hey, you forgot your water bottle. I put everything in my car the night before, so my bag, my shoes, everything's in there. I know that my mornings can be a little bit more rushed, so giving myself that time at night to really get ready for the next day has been beneficial for me. And then finally, having it in my calendar, having that block of time saying, this is what I'm gonna do. So as I roll through my day, when I get to that point, I know I have everything and I'm ready to go do my workout. And I don't necessarily have to think through where is everything or do I really have the time? It's already set there for me. So that's physical wellness, and that's what consistency can look like there. Let's talk about that financial wellness example. Again, to create a little bit of foundation here, let's say that we're saving for that new vehicle, right? Again, putting away $50 here and $25 can add up over time, but only doing that once a month or once a quarter may not be enough to help you fund that new car. So let's look at other options, again, to create that consistency. Could be a payroll deposit where you automatically move those funds when you get paid into a separate savings account. Again, that consistency where we're doing it every week or every month and knowing, hey, after the course of so many months, we're really starting to see those numbers start to grow. Otherwise, it could be you find a little bit of extra cash. Maybe you get reimbursed for something and putting those funds again away so it slowly starts to grow over time. We know that it's easy. It's something we don't necessarily have to think about, and we've already created that structure following that smart plan that we made. So you can get to the goal you want, you have the structure created, and that consistency helps make it happen. Now that you've built your smart plan and you understand consistency is key, you may be really excited to get going. But know that in a few weeks or a few months, that motivation and willpower can really start to kind of drop off. We know that motivation and willpower can kind of be like a muscle where we exercise them, we are able to lean on them a little bit better, but we also know that habits and creating those habits tends to work for us better in the long run. So the second factor we're going to talk about when we talk about your smart plan is slow and steady wins the race. And really, we know that what we're aiming for is more of a lifestyle than a true goal. Whether it's exercising more, eating better, being financially savvy, we're realistically looking at these things from a long-term perspective, knowing that we want to achieve them in the short term and keep them going though. And so when we talk about this slow and steady wins the race, we do want to keep in mind, okay, from the physical wellness perspective, rest days are important. Working out every day may not be realistic or attainable for you. So what is and what will keep you motivated, and what habit can you establish that works for you? Again, maybe that's 2 days a week to the gym, 3 days a week, maybe even once a week, but knowing what works for you. And again, slow and steady wins the race. Working out for 7 days in a row and then saying, wow, I can't do this, and just not doing it at all is not the answer. But working out 2 or 3 days a week and then doing that the next week and the next week will again help you get to that long-term goal that you're looking for while working within that SMART plan. Again, shifting to that financial conversation, saving for that new car, saving all of your paycheck probably isn't realistic or attainable for you. Putting away lots of dollars and saying, whoa, this isn't something I can realistically do, and then just not doing it doesn't help you reach that long-term goal. Whereas putting away a few dollars every so often, but on a consistent basis, is going to help you get there. So that second factor, slow and steady wins the race, will really come into play farther down the road, that 3-month, 6-month, even year mark, when you say, hey, over the course of this last year, I've done XYZ because I've done it on a consistent basis, but I've continued to do it, and slow and steady does win the race. Our final factor as we talk about SMART planning is finding your people. And even though it's last, it isn't least. And I say this because we are surrounded by people who care about us, love us, and want the best for us. Whether it be your personal trainer, your spouse, your kids, the surrounding family and friends that you have. But realistically, lean on that community. Help them help you achieve those goals that you have set forth. So we're going to dive into that physical wellness example one last time. And again, looking at the people who can really help you build that SMART plan along with helping you reach that ultimate goal. So whether it be the personal trainer who you meet with every week, who helps you better understand what you can use, what's going to help you get to where you want to go. It may be a healthcare professional, again, who helps you understand what's realistic for you along with what's going to suit your needs. The spouse who goes with you and supports you and makes sure that there's dinner home when you get back from that long workout. And then everybody in between, whether it be the coworkers around you, the registered dietitian, the kids who make those at-home workouts fun. Again, lots of folks are surrounding you to help you achieve that SMART goal. Now let's shift over to that financial focus that we talked about. Again, find your people. Who could those individuals be? Again, planning with a spouse or a partner around, okay, I want to purchase this new vehicle. How can we do that together? Again, is it a purchase you're doing together or something you're trying to do solo? Financial educator or planner, again, who can really help you understand your finances, where your dollars are going, and how you can reach this goal, along with setting those realistic kind of expectations in terms of, is it going to be a 6-month plan or a 16-month plan? Again, helping you get there and creating that foundation. But as we wrap up for today, again, don't forget to go back to that SMART plan. We really want it to be a living, breathing document that you lean on every day, again, to help you be a better version of yourself. Because we're looking both in the short term and in the long term to help you get where you want to go. So those 3 key factors along with that SMART plan. Consistency is key, slow and steady wins the race, and then find your people. We appreciate you joining us today. We look forward to seeing you in the future and enjoy that new SMART plan you just made.